Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Got in left. You got three down. Watch 10. Come on, watch 10.
Garoppolo looks to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
26 yards. And the 49er first down.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo now. Screenplay, McKinnon. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
21. He's checking.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
56. You can't block me.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down he'll go at the 25.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, Orbit.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Herbert, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. On the return is Pettis. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Alert, alert.
42. Man, I got you.
Hey, Echo.
Check. 42's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Two-jet bomber.
Hey, look.
Two.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Here we go. Black 80.
Come on.
White.
Check 4.
On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 55, Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
65. Protein spill.
55.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go,
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
21. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Pick the edge. Come.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably 3rd down now.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 13.
Hey, Alpha.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Check that.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. They'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check nickel.
You're out.
Show it
Hit it.
From the gun, Herbert. Oh, and this ball's tipped and enters. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
56. Check 56. Here we go.
Five.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it with McKinnon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
I got you. Run. Watch the whip. Hey, check 24.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch the before. Here we go, T. Here I come.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
16 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got to step it up.
On 1st down, McKinnon again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Mike 42. Here we go.
21.
SOS.
Hey, gun. 21.
Bang. Switch.
2nd down, McKinnon. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I got you.
Motion out of the backfield. Watch twist.
Stick.
Check 52.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
49ers.
Right.
Here we go. 180.
Stop your body.
Hey, gun.
They'll run on 1st down. McKinnon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. 180!
Mike 5-4. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check 9, check 9. Jim.
65.
Crunch.
From the 16, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 yards there and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
13!
He's coming.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Here we go. 180!
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
I got this.
Mike 42.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
14 more yards. That's another Vikings first down.
This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Taylor, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here I come again.
Leo. Hey, Zoo. Ready.
On 4th down. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm
Go.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, D. Let's go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Touchdown.
On 1st down, Herbert going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Airing it out deep for Smith, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Giant.
From the gun, Herbert. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about need.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, switch gears. Switch.
21, 21.
Switch. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
6.
42.
Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 92 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does, and not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On the ready.
This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Diggs has it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready, break.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
56.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
56. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Let's go.
To throw again. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Ready, set.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56. I got one. Say.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's able to find Diggs. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
That's the way. 6 guys.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Sponge, X3, 218, chop it. Hey, lock it.
Alert 3.
Now.
On second down, this is Madison. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
General West. Hit it.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. D. Ford. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Elliott puts this one through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, And any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before, you and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. 34 yards. There at a first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I'm coming. You go
11.
You got tight right there. Shit! Watch the shit!
Right back to Coleman here on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 180.
54. Here we go, D. Check.
11.
Watch it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That'll be complete to Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Back to throw. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Lock! One, Omaha.
10. Watch out.
Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here we go.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, Delta.
Come on, let's go. 58, boys.
That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
11.
Check 15.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch the safety creep. Rush in.
Hey, alert.
Kill.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Going to run with Madison again. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field.
Ready.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run it with Madison. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check it out, read.
Back to throw. Herbert going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Rabbit. Shift.
Hard. Yep.
Hey, watch that.
Fire.
Throwing again. Herbert. It's complete to Diggs. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
Who's that? Right there. 54. Right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
13 yards there and a Niner first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Coleman. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
12.
Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
First down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Yes.
Banjo.
Buzz.
Mike spot 4.
Rock it.
Yeah, I'm coming after you.
Be careful.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. Open man here is Conklin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Go.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. 54 is Mike. 54 is
6'6". Pull it high.
54.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. Let's go.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
11. 2.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Okay, double. Check 31.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Kill.
Topper.
Check 43.
They'll try to run with Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
I got you.
Mike 5-4.
To throw is Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here we go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 33 yards that time. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'd give it a shot.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about this. 6-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here's Coleman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
21. Bravo!
54, right there. 54, Mike. Coming. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I don't think you got it, son. 54, man.
Garoppolo to throw. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Check 52 at the mic. Check 50.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
You're all right, baby. We're going to get this. You're all right. 56 to Mike.
He's back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Niners, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.